Hello again. Pausing the video didn't work very well because, well, the program I'm using is a piece of cack. We're now in Seoul. We've just made back the money from that deluxe upgrade by selling our stock. What we're about to do is demonstrate the theory of speculating to accumulate. You'll see here, option number 3 is someone wanting passage on a fast ship to the Ross 128 system. Now, if I talk to her, it's just her. Will there be any problems? Why so much money? Do I need a permit, and if so, can I have one? Now, this is the main reason we're taking this mission, because this permit will let us go into the Ross 128 system whenever we want. If I go over here, you'll see it's a federal prison colony with a permit required. Bit of a description here: prisoners are housed underground, set to do mining work, entry permit obtained for visiting. Basically, once we have the permit, it doesn't run out, so even though she's not paying us much, we might actually lose money on this, because you'll see how much it's going to cost me to fit the cabin. Overall, this is an investment in the future opportunities. So we will agree to take her. You'll see we've had one cabin down here, it's now used. If I come over here, we have a group of 1 heading to the Ross 128 system. And if I come over here, we have a Ross 128 prison permit. So we can now safely enter the system. If we'd entered without the permit, we would have been charged quite a bit of a fine. There's only one place you can land, a place called Matthews on the first planet. And if we look, booze is a bit of an import, so we might take some with us. Now, I'm going to take out our missiles again. Ross 128 is a fairly safe system, so we're not going to be attacked there. And also, I would like to be able to take some cargo, despite the fact I've just used up most of our space on that cabin. So again, we may very well lose money on this run. I should have checked with the military if they had any jobs going this way, but oh well. I didn't actually bother saving there, so I'm not going to go all the way back to Barnard Star to try this again, mostly because there'd be no guarantee the mission would still be there. So, you'll also see once we do this, there's an interesting trade route you can do here if you feel brave enough. I'll explain when we land, but for now, off we go. Now, considering what happened the last time I ejected radioactives, and I know that they're legal on Ross 128, I'll pay the 4 credits to have them taken away for me, rather than risking doing quite a bit of damage to my ship again. So, we're landed, and we will get rid of our passenger. Anyone happen to want to buy booze? Not particularly. Military got any good jobs? No. As you'll see, Ross 128 is hardly the centre of the galaxy, so there's not a great deal to be done here. We'll remove the passenger cabin. Now, because this lot will pay us more for the passenger cabin, we paid 1,350 to install it, and Sol would have paid us 900 when it was removed. This lot will pay us 1,200. So adding on her 450 for transport and the small profit I've just made on liquor, we're not doing badly. Now we'll probably head back to Seoul after refueling. But the other thing I want to show you while we're here is you'll see live animals, animal skins, and narcotics are all legal here, whereas in Seoul they are all illegal. Now, to transport live animals, we need to fit a cargo bay life support module, which again would take up space, so I'd really rather not. But we can certainly transport some narcotics and some animal skins. So we're going to play at being smugglers today. I will request some launch clearance. Now, one of two things could happen when we get to Seoul. Number one, we could be caught on landing, in which case we will get hit with a fine for transporting illegal goods, and I'll get to show you what the police are like. The other option is we might get through undetected. There are, as always with games, various theories about what can and can't increase or decrease your chances of getting caught. For example, some people say if you have a small amount of illegal goods in the middle of a hold of legal goods, you're less likely to be caught. Others say if you go to smaller stations, yada yada yada. Basically, we're just going to go to Mars High and see what happens, because we'll make more profit on this run than the fine will be either way, and it might be interesting to show you what the police are like. Right. Oh, there you go. Smuggling illegal goods is not permitted here. Pay a £2,500 fine. And if we look, we now have a federal criminal record for smuggling illegal goods. Now, if we were on a planet, we could launch without clearance, which would hit us with 2 more fines. Obviously, launching without clearance, but also evading payment of fines. If I try and launch without paying the fine, we will be arrested and our ship will be confiscated. So we better pay that. But first of all, we will definitely come back to this mission here, because that looks rather interesting. Where's my mate? Brennan! Again, as I've mentioned before, you'll have seen there was a second... there we go. Peterson and Son. That's a police sting. If you go to that one, you'll also be hit with a fine for trading in illegal goods. At the moment, we're only getting the fine for smuggling them. I just know from experience that Brennan is the legit guy here. And as you'll see, because they're illegal goods, he will pay very good money for them. So we'll now go talk to the police. Shipyard, contact the local police. As you'll see, pay £2,500 before midnight to go free. You'll see I'll pay as soon as I can. I didn't do it. He'll add another 500 credits, I believe it is, if you claim it wasn't you. Didn't realise it was illegal. Or try and bribe him. Now, we could try and bribe him, but also if he doesn't take the bribe, that will then increase our fine. So considering we haven't got masses of money to play with to begin with, I might just pay the fine on this occasion. Once we've got a bit more cash behind us, you might see me take the chances of trying to bribe them. Obviously, again, what can happen is they'll take the bribe and you can save yourself some money, or they will say bribery is illegal, have an even bigger fine. Right, so the military have a job going to Ross 128, but I'm more interested in that package that she was prepared to pay 11k for. That is a hell of a lot of money to be paying for a package. Federal military fired on her. Right. We will save before we have a go at this. Now I think this will be a very good chance to get some easy money, because the odds of even the military attacking us in Ross 128 are low, but it could happen. We'll stock up on booze. Now I think we've got enough time to do that federal military job as well. And off we go. So this could be quite an interesting one. Point us away from Mars, and off we go. Okay, so we've got 4 days to get Grant's claim. That should be plenty of time, assuming the military don't pop out of nowhere and attack us. For those of you that might remember, I mentioned in one of the earlier videos about the Kickstarter that's going on for the new Frontier game. It has passed the halfway mark now with over a month left on it, so fingers crossed that's going to reach its goal. If you're watching these and like the game and you haven't already, go to Kickstarter and donate some money. I think they've still got £20 for a copy of the game on its release and a couple of other bonuses available. Okay, no trouble yet. We shall land. So there we go, we've just made a very quick 11 grand by flying that under the military's nose. Nobody wants our booze, so I will sell that on the stock market. Do the military have any good jobs? Wolf 630 and Alpha Centauri. I don't really feel like doing either of those, so we'll do a bit more smuggling. And I'm just going to check something. When we get to Earth, are we going to go to Earth? Yeah, let's go to London. If they have an adder for sale, I'm going to buy that, and you can see us on a new ship. So, get some military fuel, pick up some narcotics and some animal skins. Obviously, bigger ship, more cargo space, more ways to make money, but it will take rather a hit on our finances to begin with, which could cause a little bit of trouble in terms of first outfitting the ship. So we'll head to London, see our friend Brett, see if we can smuggle our goods past the London police any easier than we did past the Mars High ones. Ooh, we got caught. That dilly means the police caught us. Okay, so I'm going to pause there for a moment, and in the next video we will talk to the police, sort out that fine, sell our goods, and see if there's any ships we can buy. So I shall see you all in a moment.